So although school can be expensive, there are myriad funding opportunities for graduate students. This is especially the case for those in the hard sciences, because many of you will be able to find research grants and laboratory work at your respective institutions. Other than the hard sciences, but not exclusive to the humanities, there are many fellowships both within your specific university and state or national fellowships that strive to provide funding for specific types of project or specific groups of people. Scholarships are also prevalent, from larger scholarships like the ones I'll discuss today, to smaller opportunities that fund particular fields of study, as well as need and merit-based scholarships. Moreover, many positions on and off campuses are reserved for graduate students only, like teaching assistants, graders, readers, peer advisors, among others. Also, if attaining PhDs in your academic future, most of the competitive and worthwhile programs worldwide are fully funded and may even include a stipend while also providing opportunities to teach. So now, I'd like to go over in detail a few of the more prestigious and most valuable scholarships available to students across the country. First one that comes to mind for most people is the Fulbright Scholarship. This is a highly competitive grant that focuses on creating cultural exchange between the US and other countries. While the Fulbright Scholarship has a few types of grants, the two main ones are in the form of teaching English overseas and independent research. The other types, like the National Geographic Grant and the MTDU grant, which I was going to pursue, but unfortunately is being stopped at this moment. I don't know if they'll stop their suspension, but consult the Fulbright website for any information. Of course, I'll help you as much as I can, seeing that I will be going through the application process myself. This grant provides funding for travel to and from the host country, health benefits, and room and board. The greatest thing about the Fulbright Scholarship is that there's no GPA requirement. Although great grades does not hurt one's application, and I'm not too worried about the GPA of honor students, because for the most part, you guys have 3.5 and above, so that shouldn't be an issue. But the application process is an arduous journey for this grant in particular, because you have to work with people from another country. So especially in the case of those who want to do an independent research project. An applicant needs to find a mentor at a host institution, often a university or a research organization that caters to their research interests. Also, you need to display a degree of proficiency in the host country's language, in most cases. For instance, I'll be applying for a research grant in Turkey, in which case at least I have some level of familiarity because my family's from Turkey, but they're one of the countries that require a moderate to expert level proficiency, as an example. But then in some cases, like if you go to Spain, they don't require that you learn Spanish, but it's helpful. So the application is due in October, although each university may have a deadline earlier than that, so they can review it and submit it on your behalf. So I know Columbia's is a month prior to the October, I think it's the 13th is this year. So it's like September 13th, where I need to apply to Columbia's internal Fulbright Scholarship. So I would advise you all to contact your Fulbright advisor. We have one on campus, Cristino Notaro, with any questions that you can't find answers to online. All right. Next is the Truman Scholarship, which encourages domestic study. So I understand not everyone wants to go abroad, although it can be a wonderful experience and fulfilling experience. It may not go in line with your research interests. An applicant of this grant must be willing to commit to 3 years of public service. So that can include teaching, that can include, on the Nassau County Board of Health, for instance, so your public health is an enormous part here. But this is especially appealing for those of you who want to work in government. A $30,000 grant can mean the difference between attending Harvard or Stony Brook. I understand that pecuniary restrictions are a real obstacle, but I believe that if there are ways to find and fund meaningful degrees, I know all of you can make it to elite institutions. This scholarship may require 3 years of public service, but your time in the public sector can lead to a future in government, which includes some of the most secure and impactful careers one can pursue. So obviously we're all looking at job security in the long term, so this is actually a wonderful opportunity for all of you guys who want to do any kind of public work, especially at the benefit of your community. All right, then we have what's considered the most prestigious international scholarship one can be awarded. So this is the pinnacle. The Rhodes Scholarship allows a student to study any graduate program at Oxford University. So this is great because it's so broad in its scope. So those who want to study medicine, law, sociology, chemistry, public health, political science, or any other discipline can acquire means to attend one of the oldest and reputable schools in the world. This opportunity speaks to many students, but it's principally significant for those of you who wish to live and work in another country. Although American degrees hold great value worldwide, a graduate degree from Oxford only multiplies the strength of your resume, as well as providing you with an international life without the crux of learning another language. However, one must get accepted to a graduate program at Oxford University prior to be considered for this prestigious award. Also, there's another scholarship that allows you to study in the United Kingdom as well, but it does not limit your studies to Oxford. although it can still be an option to consider. The Marshall Scholarship allows a student to pursue a graduate degree at any university in the United Kingdom. The grant does have a minimum GPA requirement. Other than that, it's pretty broad, providing an opportunity for each of you to make your case to the admissions board. For those of you who want to travel while also augmenting their scholastic endeavors, this scholarship is an unparalleled option because of their inclusivity. The last scholarship I want to discuss with you is the Gates Cambridge Scholarship. This is another prestigious award for studies in the United Kingdom within the academic milieu of the University of Cambridge. So once again, one needs to be accepted to Cambridge to be considered for the scholarship. But this offers students who are set on specific programs, Cambridge especially, as opposed to the UK in general. So the criteria for selection is one that you would expect from most major universities and prestigious scholarships. So do not be discouraged if you've not actively taken on leadership roles or haven't committed to improving the lives of others. There are always avenues for spinning your story of your own experiences, and the reward of a graduate degree at Cambridge can be just the impetus to start penning that story.